In this video we're going to take a look at another of the one-step changes from Transformers Age of Extinction. Today we're going to look at Crosshairs. These are currently on sale in Tesco's. They're down to half price, so now only £5 per figure, which I think is actually quite a reasonable price for them. Previously they were up to £10 and that seemed a little expensive considering these are the low end of the figures. Here we have Crosshairs. As you can see on the front you get a nice image of Crosshairs from the movie and it shows you how it changes. As these are the one-step changes, basically there's a button on the front that you press and the car will spring into robot mode. On the back you can see the two modes, car here and the robot there, and again the instructions on the side there. This is for ages, what does it say, 5+. I'd actually say this could be a younger age one because it's so simple to transform. I'm guessing they're just saying that because it contains parts that probably could be broken off and swallowed. So let's open this up and take a look at the figure. So here we have Crosshairs straight out of the box. As you can see in car mode it looks pretty reasonable, but I would say straight away this suffers from the same problems that Lockdown suffers from, which I've shown you in a previous video, in the fact that it's all floppy and doesn't really hold together very well. None of the parts sort of feel like they're held in place, and it just, as you can see, it's just all very loose. If I bring in Lockdown, you can see Lockdown suffers from the same problems. It looks nice enough, but it's just doesn't really click together. So here we have Crosshairs. It's okay. Let's transform him. Again, there's just a button on the front that you press and it flips into robot mode. As you can see, this actually looks pretty much like Lockdown does as well. It's exactly the same transform mechanism, so I'm guessing that's why it's so sort of floppy. Actually in robot mode he's fairly sturdy. Everything is nice and sort of held in place. Articulation wise you can basically rotate his lower arms up and down and that's it. The mould isn't too bad. There's quite a fair amount of sculpting gone on. It's a pretty primitive paint job. There's a little bit of bright silver on his face and a darker silver patch on his chest and a little bit of black there on his goggles, but otherwise not a lot going on. There's no Autobot logo when in robot mode. In the car mode obviously there's a nice big one on the top there. So let's transform it back into car mode. So this should just be a case of sort of squeezing it back in place, and there you go, he's transformed back. So transforming between modes is very quick, but in car mode it's just a little bit floppy. I'm guessing that's because it's just the same design flaw that Lockdown has, which is a shame because car mode is, you want it to be fairly sturdy so that you can play with it, and this just doesn't hold up to being played with. So overall it's again not a great figure just because of a bad transformation mode. It does look like the character in the movie, but it sort of the transforming mechanism lets it down. Thanks for watching.